Good morning. Happy Friday. Happy September. We've made it through another month. We finally gotten to a 9 month where that's a sense of completion. You feel what I'm saying? The air outside is changing as well. I'm tired of the summer. I'm ready for her to be over. I've been personally attacked by the summer, and I'm sure that a lot of people can probably feel what I have been going through. I have to begin with my prayers, thoughts, positive vibes to those that have been affected by Hurricane Ida. Those have just been affected by everything that's like happening in our world. Like, let's be real about it. It's a lot of shit that's going on. And I thought, why not today? To be a day to just kind of like see what's coming our way and what we are transiting into, or just like what's on the horizon. As we know, this is a huge year of change, and it feels like change is happening all around us, and we're just trying to figure out where we fucking belong. And it's really hard sometimes when you feel like things are moving and you don't have control as to what the outcome is going to be, and it feels like you should be doing something, but you don't necessarily feel connected to it in the same way. Or you're really trying to figure out how to reconnect to your own passions, how to reconnect to your own desires, how to just be grounded in a way that feels good for you, in a way that you can appreciate life today. Because it's been hard. Let's be real about it. It's been very hard to just like wake up. It's been very hard to just live. It's been very hard to just be. It feels like things are coming from all over. You feel what I'm saying? And as we are going into this month of September, as we go throughout this new moon that's coming up on this upcoming Monday, I believe it is, on Labor Day. This is just a little guidance for us to remind ourselves that, things are still finding themselves and finding their place. Our main card / the main story for today is represented in the Hanged Woman. So this is the traditional Hanged Man. For those of you that may or may not be familiar with the tarot deck, or with the tarot in general, but this is a moment where it's time for us to just sit and figure out what is the key. You feel what I'm saying? What has been the key that helps to unlock the door, that gets you to the next hallway, that gets you to the next door, that allows you to see whatever it is that you have been praying for, manifesting, working on, trying to get out of. So what is the key? What is the answer? What is the missing link that you have finally figured out, or you are working on figuring out right now? And the only way that that can be done is by rest, is by chilling out, is by sitting, is by waiting, is by hanging in suspension, right? And letting things come to you, simply by your own sitting, simply by your own taking a moment to take a step back. And maybe it's an opportunity for you to look at things from a different perspective. This is playing out in my life right now. By me even doing this, I've been having a lot of, I guess just like second guessing my own abilities, or thinking that I'm not doing what I should be doing, or feeling like, well, why is my voice special? What is it that I have to offer? What is it that, what is my purpose? What is my reasoning? What is my why? I think a lot of us have been asking ourselves over this summer, over this year, what is my purpose? What is my why? Why am I doing everything that I'm doing? Why am I stressing out about this situation that actually has no weight on my future? Or why do I care about this so much to where it's affecting me being able to just feel that passion, feel that fire once again? And this is a moment for us to really ask ourselves and sit with ourselves throughout, this new moon, throughout this weekend, throughout this month, to really figure out what are the changes that we are enacting, and what is the actual reasoning, what is the actual desire that it is that we are searching for. What is our purpose? What is our, where does that fire come from? Where does that stability come from in our minds that gives us an answer as to the direction that we are supposed to be headed? So it's all about you remembering that you have something special to offer, and you're the only person that can see it like that. You feel what I'm saying? You are the only person that can bring whatever is inside your soul, whatever's inside your heart, whatever's inside your mind out into the reality of the world, out into the matrix, you feel what I'm saying? And then allow other people to see you in that light, or see you in that reflection. But you have to allow yourself to be seen. What is stopping you from being seen? Is this, you feeling like you don't deserve it? You're feeling like you've worked so hard up until this point, and now it just feels like this dead air of like silence. And maybe sometimes in the silence, is where the new can become. So let's go ahead and see, in addition to the Hanged Woman, what other messages do we have going throughout the next couple of days, throughout this month? Okay, so what do we have? Because something been flipped over. We have the Princess of Swords coming up in reverse. So this is going to be traditional Page of Swords coming up in reverse. So I feel like this is all about us overthinking the plans that we've been overthinking the plans instead of just doing what it is that we want to do. You feel what I'm saying? Like a lot of it has been like over rationalizing. We've been overthinking. We've been over reflecting, or maybe giving too much time for reflection instead of just doing and writing out the plan, right? And the suggestion here is for us in this time that we are sitting, because at the very bottom of the deck I just saw, is the Hermit card. So the Hermit card is a moment for us to reflect. A huge themes of reflection, huge themes of us just thinking about, you know, the mirror in our lives and being able to look in the mirror and be like, this is me. You know, this is what I want. This is why I want this. This is, you know, me being able to take a step back and look at things from my own perspective and remind myself as to where I've come from in order to be here today. And that helps me to make decisions on where I am going moving forward. With the Princess of Swords coming up in reverse, to me, this is all about us taking a step back to think about why we have been feeling stagnant. Why have we been feeling like we are unable? Is it because we've been comparing ourselves to other people's journeys? Is it because, let's be real about it, there's so much that's happening globally. There's so much that's happening in our communities. You know, we've been sending our prayers, sending our energy, sending our thoughts to those that need it outside of ourselves. And now it feels like it's time for us to start putting that energy back into us. It's very heavy me time. A card that I pulled from, what is it? I think it's the Hero's Journey deck. I cannot remember the name of it off the top of my head, but the card basically was just like representative of me time. And it's just like, what are you doing with your alone time, and how do you allow your alone time to fill you? And it doesn't have to be you being busy all the time. Sometimes that rest, sometimes that mental rest is what's being called for. So how are you giving yourself some time to have some mental rest in the midst of all of this unrest? And, you know, sometimes that takes you really just being like, yo, like I can't do this right now, or, you know, I'm not gonna respond to this text message because I don't have the capacity to do so, but I will come around when I can. Don't have the time to really write in my journal, but I'm thinking about what it is that is hindering me from being able to write. And eventually I will be able to get to that point to where I am able to share my thoughts. This is a moment for you to really go inward, to figure out what is going on internally, logically, that needs to be shared externally. And as you are doing that, maybe somebody else will bring you a different perspective, a different opportunity, a different, you know, consciousness that will allow you to shift into this new realm of being, right? So I want you to think about some of the things that you have been ending over this year, some of the things that you have been stopping yourself from feeling, or stopping yourself from going through, or, you know, maybe not giving yourself enough credit, not giving yourself enough space in order to just sit and wait and process and think and work and just feel through what's going on in your mind, going on in your life. You feel what I mean? So over this weekend, you know, going throughout the rest of this month, I want you guys to think about, if you're listening to this wherever you are, because wherever you know, whenever you get this, whenever you receive this, is going to be divine timing. But this is a season for you to really think about how you are taking some time for yourself, and also not feeling guilty for the time that you take to deal with you. You feel what I mean? My whole summer has been all about me. My whole summer has been all about like my purpose, my why, like what am I doing? I say I want these things, but do I actually want these things? Am I putting in the work in order to make this happen? Or am I just saying this out loud, like, yes, I want to, you know, live here. Yes, I want to travel here. Yes, I want to spend time with this person, or in this energy, or in this situation. But like, what am I actually doing that gets me closer to that? Do I believe that I am ready, I am worthy, I am capable of achieving that? So as we go into our advice, by the way, that was the Mystic Mondays deck. I'm going to be using the Sacred Symbols Oracle deck just for a little quick piece of advice for us as we go throughout this weekend, or as we go throughout this month, as we go throughout this time period. But I want to think about, you know, how do we actualize taking some time to reflect, and really sit with ourselves. What should we be doing in this time? So what message do we have as our piece of advice? Let us see. Can I get one card for advice? Por favor. Thank you. Pretty clear. It's time for us to get grounded. So the grounded card comes up. As you can see, it's an anchor. How are you grounding yourself? How are you not even dragging your anchor, but you got to drop your anchor right now. And the visual of dropping your anchor means that as soon as you drop it, you're not going anywhere. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you are rooted right here. Where are you rooting yourself? Where are you grounding yourself? What gets you grounded? I have been unable to. There's been times where, I wake up in the morning, pull my little card for the day, help me get my day started and everything like that. And I've not been able to do that. I'll wake up every morning, put my little candle out, whatever. That has not been working. Meditation has not been working. I just have not had the capacity mentally in order to be able to do it. It feels like something else has been taking my attention. And I do know that the days where I wake up with, certain musics or certain sounds to help ground my energy helps me to just like maneuver throughout the day. Even today felt different. Like, I woke up, and normally I'll lay around in the bed until like, it's been pretty late over the last the last month and a half. Like, I'll be in bed till like 9, 10 o'clock. This morning I got up at about like 7:50, 8 a.m. Really early for me as of late. Got in the shower, got my day started a little bit differently than I have over the last couple of months, honestly, because I just haven't had it. And it really helped me to just feel more like, okay, like I can take this day. And it's today. You feel what I'm saying? It may not be the same thing tomorrow. It may not be the same thing next week. But being grateful for the energy that's coming in today, and me being able to set myself up for whatever success looks like for me throughout this weekend, has been really important. So what are the components of your own grounding? What does it mean for you to ground? Maybe that is actually going outside and getting some grounding this weekend. Maybe that's, just putting your feet on the earth. Go touch the grass, as the girls like to say. And then also, as we have this number 22, I think this is an opportunity for you to remember you don't have to do this alone. You feel what I'm saying? You can do this in community. You can do this with somebody else that you trust in order to get you back to that state of peace, get you back to that state of grounding, get you back to that state of being anchored. And I want you to think about anchoring yourself as not being weighed down in negativity. I want you to think about anchoring yourself as an opportunity for you to be secure, for you to be stable, for you to be safe. What do these components look like? What do these words look like in your life? Stability, safety, you know what I'm saying? Grounding. When you think about these words, what are the actions that help you to get that vibration, that help you to get that feeling of being grounded? So ask yourself that this weekend, as you are looking at things with a different perspective, potentially receiving a different perspective from somebody else around what it is that you do, what it is your gifts are, and also recognizing that within yourself, as you are more than worthy and you are more than capable of going ahead and shining in the light that you see yourself shining as, okay? But I hope that this finds you all doing well wherever you are receiving this from. And I hope that you all, allow yourself to see things from a new perspective, in a new light, as you go throughout this month of September. Welcome to change. It's already here. It's not coming the way that you planned for it to, but it is coming. And that's all that fucking matters, okay? I love you so much. Have a blessed one. Have a safe holiday weekend. And we'll check in again, hopefully in the very near future. Peace and hair grease. Hallelujah. Holla back.